Booker, the Beautiful Madness has arrived on a Tuesday night.
Oh, yes, man.
Look at this place.
Peace and love, Pro Wrestling World. It's your boy JB coming to you with Giulia's debut match against Chelsea Green. Before I get into the debut match, I want to help the IWC understand why Giulia is surrounded with all this hype and she's considered an international sensation and probably the biggest international signing of the year. Giulia started wrestling in 2017 with Ice Ribbon Promotion. She is half Italian, half Japanese. Her father's Italian, mother's Japanese. She was working at her parents' Italian restaurant where she was approached by a friend that was influencing her to come to wrestling matches, and that's where she fell in love of wrestling. But she's widely considered, she's widely known for her accomplishments and her career in Japan. And let me just rattle off a couple of accomplishments from Giulia in New Japan. She's a one-time Artist of Stardom champion. She's a one-time Goddess of Stardom champion. She's a Wonder of Stardom champion. And then a World of Stardom champion. She was a Cinderella tournament winner, and then she has a 5-time Star Grand Prize winner, and she's won multiple matches of the year. So around Stand and Deliver of April this year, which is around the time of WrestleMania, Giulia was in attendance, and the crowd went wild. She had a loud pop. She was there with William Regal, and it was rumored that she had signed the very next day, but she needed to fulfill all of her obligations in Japan, which she did. I think she closed out her last Japan outing at the end of August, and then she was immediately on her way to America and made her debut arrival at No Mercy and confronted Roxanne Perez. They opened up with a great video package of Giulia, basically talking about her time when she was at Stand and Deliver, a couple of clips of her at Stardom, which was great. Very good hype video for her. So Giulia walked out with that great music, the presentation, the posing, chanting her name, Giulia, Giulia. And then there was a couple of Giulia's Gonna Kill You chants, which I thought was amazing against Chelsea Green. So Chelsea Green ended up getting a little frustrated, slapped Giulia. Giulia looked, laughed in her face, and gave her that classic Giulia headbutt that was so vicious. Now, I thought this was going to be a squash match. This match ended up being around 8 minutes long. So it was great they gave Giulia a chance to showcase her skills. Chelsea Green was the absolute perfect first opponent because she wrestled in New Japan and she knows Giulia's style of wrestling. But Giulia is so polished. She's so polished as a wrestler. I give the match, well, before I rate the match, Chelsea Green was able to get in some offense. I thought it was going to be a squash match, but she got some offense in. Chelsea Green sold Giulia's offense very well because Giulia was dominating the first part of the match. It looked like she was going to beat Chelsea in 2 minutes, but like I said, it ended up being an 8-minute match. Chelsea Green was selling the offense well. They gave Chelsea Green some strong spots in the match. Chelsea Green, the match ended up spilling outside. Chelsea Green threw Giulia over the table where Booker T and Vic Joseph was. She threw Giulia back in the ring. Giulia did land some cool missile drop kicks as well in the match, but Chelsea Green was getting ready to go for her missile drop kick. Giulia sidestepped with that beautiful G trigger knee strike into a combo Northern Lights bomb 1, 2, 3. And for all you IWC punks on Twitter that over-criticized Giulia's knee strike last week on Chelsea Green, that was a production issue. They did not sell the effect of the knee strike. Now, you notice in the video clip, when they cut the camera angles like they were supposed to, the knee strike looked powerful last week, and it looked even more powerful this week. Giulia could have just pinned her with the knee strike, but she wanted to get that combo of the Northern Lights bomb in that she executed flawlessly. I give the match an 8 out of 10. I thought that was an incredible showing for Giulia. She did flawlessly. No botches, no slips, no breaks. Chelsea Green made her look so good. I hope Chelsea Green gets rewarded down the line. She's the absolute perfect opponent for Giulia, man. That was a great showcase opening match feature for this phenom, the Beautiful Madness. I thought Giulia's ring gear was absolutely amazing. It's a little bit variation difference from her time in Stardom, but it looked absolutely amazing. Her hair, the ring gear, she looked like a warrior goddess out there. She looked like a total warrior goddess. She got a mix of sexy, confident, and just tenacity, forcefulness. The strikes. Giulia looks so freaking, when I say look good, I'm talking about not just physically in ring. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful opening debut. They are taking great care of this woman. Everything about her, they packaged up perfectly. WWE is executing Giulia's first couple of weeks in NXT flawlessly. Giulia is such a polished wrestler. The only reason why she's really down in NXT is for her to polish up her English, which she's already doing a great job. Polish up her English and get her reps. She's already technically ready-made for the main roster. She just got to polish up the English. So, Giulia got the name drops on SmackDown, on Raw. She's got the vignettes. She's got the pictures. She's already the face of NXT already, man. Like, they really got to give that. She is literally already the face of NXT. Lola Vice got on Twitter and was like, when under a Twitter post of Giulia beating Chelsea Green. As far as backstage segments, they had Giulia kind of interact a little bit, kind of going face eye to eye with Jordynne Grace, who is the TNA champion. I thought that was pretty cool. Now that match, Shawn Michaels. Then there was a segment where, let me get this man's name right. I think his name is Funaki. He was basically translating for Ava, but for Giulia. And then Roxanne comes in there interrupting, like, I don't care what you did in Japan. You're not going to take over my division. The gentleman was going to translate again. Giulia's like, nope, I got this. Roxanne, you're scared, and you should be. And I thought she spoke perfect English right there. Giulia, and they said she's studying English intensely. She's doing the right things to be the biggest star in the world. She gets this English nailed down. She's already got the look. She's already got the music. She's already got the charisma. She's already got the in-ring work. She's already got the connection to the crowd. She has all of this soon. The hype is real about this woman. I'm super excited for her career, man. It's gonna be absolutely sensational. So moving forward, what I like to see, I'm a historian, so I like to pay my respects. Asuka, who debuted in NXT around 2014, 10 years ago. Asuka walked so Giulia could run right now. Asuka, Kana, the Empress of Tomorrow, she walked so Giulia could run. Asuka was booked perfectly, strong, dominant in NXT, never lost, held all kind of crazy records. She got up to the main roster. The winning streak went up another, 400 days, maybe. I think it was like 500 days in NXT and another 2 or 3, maybe 400 days on the main roster. But the loss to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 34, and then her not really having, I think Asuka's longest championship reign was like 200 days, 230 days, I think. Then the rest of it was like transitional championships. And then she won a couple of tag team championships with Kairi Sane, she was a first-time Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank. So Asuka has made a lot of history, but she could have been booked so much better. She was not booked as dominant. And I get it because she came up in a time where you battling the 4 horsewomen, Bayley, Sasha, Becky, Charlotte. But I hope that Triple H rights all those wrongs that happened with Asuka on the main roster and make up for it with Giulia. Make up for Asuka's mishaps, misbookings by Vince McMahon. Right those wrongs with Giulia's run in NXT and on the main roster. This woman is going to be your revenue generator. This woman is going to be your showstopper. This woman is going to be able to main event. Giulia, when she puts it all together, will main event a WrestleMania, a night. Or she's going to main event a night of SummerSlam when it goes to 2 nights. She's going to main event one of the 2, or she's going to main event both. I got that much belief in this woman. She's going to be absolutely sensational. The only thing she needs to do is get reps, get ingratiated with American-style wrestling, and learn some English. And she's already, when I say learn English, just get more fluid. She's already speaking it well. Giulia has everything you want in a wrestler, man. Everything. She's so alluring. When I know Giulia's about to wrestle now, or when I hear that music drop, if I gotta pee, or if I gotta go eat, if I gotta step outside, I'm not doing it until she's off my TV screen. That's just how alluring, how captivating she is. That is aura. That is aura, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to see Giulia maybe in 1 or 2 more matches. Then she got the title match against Roxanne on October 1st at CW debut. I can't even get upset if they have Giulia win that match right off the bat. But, you know, CM Punk's going to be there. CM Punk's been mentoring Roxanne. So let's see how all of that plays out. Maybe the match doesn't finish. I don't know. I still feel that Giulia should win the match at Halloween Havoc later that month. But if they put the title on her October 1st, she can't even be mad. And then maybe Roxanne gets a rematch, and then I want Roxanne on the main roster. But I prefer they find some kind of way where Giulia doesn't lose the match on October 1st, and she actually wins the title at Halloween Havoc. That's all I have for this video. I'm going to be making more videos on Giulia, on her pivotal moments here. And it's going to be so many pivotal, great moments for her at NXT. Until then, Pro Wrestling World, signing off.